going on, guys? It's Lou Ballz.
Lou Ballz. I'm Lou Ballz.
Lou Ballz. I figured I'd do another video. I know there's a lot of stuff I wanted to get across, but I'm not really sure what order I should do it in. So right now I'm doing some runarounds and I'm doing some feedings. I got Leonard back behind my speakers running around trying to be a weirdo. I'm going to try my hand at this editing stuff. Hopefully it turns out good. If not, then I guess I'll be redoing this video, but we'll see. And I'm back. I'm down here trying to get Leonard out away from my speakers and stuff. I can't flip it around right now, but let's see if he'll say hello. Say hello, Leonard. Come on, dude, you're on camera. Be nice. No? Alright then. Well, keep running around. I'll come back and get you in a few minutes. Sorry about that. Weird people try to call at weird times, you know what I mean? Don't mind this if I'm wearing something different. Either way, what's going on is I'm trying to get my editing skills together. So I'm piecing together a whole bunch of different things. So first, what I'm going to do right now, it's a little bit of story time, I guess. There's a weird way that I got into this. I kind of got into it on my first two videos. You know what I mean? A friend of mine couldn't deal with the issue she was having with a couple of her snakes. They were getting a little bit aggressive, and aggressive meaning a lot of different things. I'm not going to go into that. The point is, I ended up with a couple really good snakes off of her. I want to give her a shout out, but in all honesty, I don't really know how the relationship is right now, and regardless, it's neither here nor there. But I do want to introduce you guys to the first of the ball pythons that I've ever had. Like I said, when I was a kid, I used to have garter snakes, two of them. They were really cool, but it was a long time ago. Ball pythons I got into about April. Technically I've been keeping since April, something like that. Yeah, March, April this year, and this is the first one that she was given to me. So this is Zazu. Zazu's got a little bit of attitude. Not sure if you heard him, but I got him as a little tyke. He was a little punk thing. He was about maybe 200 grams roundabout. Let's see. Yeah, I got him when he was about 172 grams. So I keep everything in a chart. But he's a lesser. He is absolutely beautiful. I'm not really sure if the camera's gonna show, but some of his colors, if you can see. Say hello, Zazu. He's a big boy. Now Zazu, I've worked with. He's had so much attitude in the past. I want to say he's about a year old, maybe 2 years. I really am not sure. But yeah, man, he's a big boy. I got him when he was a little punk thing. Now, really good size. Now Zazu, like I said, he was a big attitude problem. Every time anything came near it, she had him in a little. Who I got him from had him in a little plastic. I want to say maybe 5 gallon, maybe a 10 gallon. But I'm looking at my 10-gallon tank, and it didn't look that big. Probably half that size. So maybe 5 to 8 gallons at the max, and I'm giving it credit. But anytime she went in there, I mean, he ate great, but anytime she went in there or anybody tried to get close to get him out of it, even just to work with him, handle him and stuff, he would hiss, he would buck, you know. I don't know if she ever told me that he ever struck at either of them, but either way, as time progressed, they became afraid of him. And so they were like, Louie, I know you're good with snakes and you work with the ball pythons. You've been working with Zazu ever since we met you. I was thinking of either giving you Zazu or probably Autumn. Autumn is also getting snappy, but she'll have her own video at another time. So I was like, all right, give me Zazu. I'll work with him, and if you want him back, I'll give him back to you. She never asked for him back. She literally gave him to me, so that's awesome. Thank you very much. If you're watching this, I'm not going to name you. I don't want to blast you out like that, but yeah. So I got him. He was a tiny little thing. He probably weighed around 200 grams. Supposedly he never ate frozen. He only ate live. Anything I throw in front of him, he will eat. If I throw him a warm sock off my foot, he'll strike at it, wrap it up, try to eat it. Don't ever do that. For those watching, that's a joke. Don't ever feed your snake a sock. They might strike at it, but definitely will not go down right. Anyway, anything I throw at him, a frozen thawed, pre-killed, ASFs, mice, rats, large, small, he doesn't care, he'll go for it. He's too small for a large rat, but in all honesty, he could probably take a good medium size. He's about 600 grams now, and I've had him since, like I said, probably late March, early April. He's an amazing feeder. Now, with all that being said, he's awesome. He's my first. I love his colors. He's got great golding. A lot of the dark browns on his back. I'll show you again. A lot of the dark browns on his back have lightened up drastically. They blushed out a lot, and so every time as he grows, every time he sheds, he gets lighter and lighter. This guy's amazing. Now, like I said, with all that being said, and as much as I work with him and I've handled him and everything that I've said, I don't trust him. Multiple times, he hasn't struck at me, but I'm thinking his feeding response is a lot better than probably it should be. If I let him hang out with me too long, I've had him wrapped up around my hand. When he was smaller, he wasn't even half the size. I would let him wrap around me. First couple days I got him, he did fine. I would wrap around me, and one day I had him around my neck. I was sitting on the couch, and I noticed he kind of like took his face and nuzzled my shoulder. I didn't understand what that was. I've heard sometimes respiratory infection, like if he's brushing his head or brushing his nose against things, it could be a sign of respiratory infection. I heard that he could also be initiating a shed, like trying to get the shed loose from his face. That's another thing. So I paid it no mind. He did it again, and it looked like he yawned, but really like against my skin. So I was like, what are you doing, buddy? Took him off like nothing. Wrapped him around my hand, separate times. Let him wrap around my hand, he hung out and stuff, and he did the same thing to my forearm. Still didn't understand. This is like a week later. And he did the same thing. He nuzzled at me, and I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. And this time, he looked like he was going to yawn, but he actually like I guess it was a dry bite, because it was no fang, no nothing. It was just one of those, he opened his mouth, he put it on my arm, and then he realized I didn't fit in his mouth, and he let it go. Nothing. He didn't even tighten up, coil, nothing. So I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. Maybe he's yawning, maybe he just did it too close. I don't know. Maybe it's a sign of affection. I don't know, but it wasn't normal. I've never seen a snake do that. Separate time, like another week later, he did it again, except he wrapped my arm up. Like, he was around my hand, he tightened up, and he had a good grip on me. Like I said, once he realized that I didn't fit, he let me go. He still had a good grip on me, so I had to like pry him off of me and put him away. But other than that, like, he's never tried to strike at me. He's never aggressively came at me, whether it's in his tub, whether it's a feeding tub, anything. And I do put him in a separate feeding tub. That's how she had him. And so I notice when I open his tub, no problem. He never comes at me. He never looks at me like I'm food. The moment I drop him into a separate tub, anything that comes inside that tub is food. Anything. Like I said, if I threw a warm sock in there, he'd strike at it. Anything. But other than that, he's great, man. He's big enough to breed right now. I don't have anybody for him. I got somebody, which I'll do a video for, and I thought she would make it by this season, and maybe she might, because she's starting to hit food really hard now. She might make it by late season, but I really doubt it. And if she does, it's probably going to be in the low, like she's going to be barely making it by the end of the season. And I'm not really sure I want to go with her this year. But yeah, he's good to go. He's a good boy. I think it's time. I should be upgrading his tub soon. I'm doing a lot of revamping in my ball python corner, I guess I would call it. I don't know what to call it. Anybody's got cool ideas, or anybody knows me, knows my style. I guess you can start tossing some names at me, but I don't really know what to call it right now. It's just a really small spot where I have my racks and stuff. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of changes to the racks, to the rack. I'm adding a couple levels because I redid the heat tape, which I'll do another video on later. I'm taking another one of her snakes out of the 10-gallon tank that I have him in, or that she gave him to me in, and I'm putting him in a tub because he's getting big and he's getting ready to breed. He's another 600 to 700 gram boy. I'll do another video on him in another time, but I figured it was a good introduction to give you guys an idea of who my first ball python was. Once again, this is Zazu. He's a hisser. He's a fat little attitude. He's got great response. He's a good boy. Tried to see if I can fit a couple times, but he's alright. As you can see, he's freaking beautiful. He's curious as hell, and his food response is ridiculous. And this is not his feeding week, but he is looking, because I do have somebody in there eating right now. But this is his off week. He'll eat next week. So, like I said, here's Zazu. Say hey, buddy. Look at that. I love these colors. Lesser, amazing. Lesser, butter, whatever you want to call it, amazing. I love it. He's such a cool guy. I wish I could trust him a lot more. But I keep my handling moving, fluid. If I let him sit for too long, he's going to try me. And he's getting bigger. And when he was younger, a little bite, probably nothing. Now he's a little bigger, and it might irritate me a little bit. But he's a cool dude. He just got a little attitude. Nothing crazy. I know you guys have seen some worse ones. Snappy at everything and hissing and bucking every time you freaking go for him. But this guy's cool as hell. Even with all that. Check him out. That's my Zazu. Right, buddy? Alright, buddy. It's time to go. I'm going to put him back in. But yeah. Thanks for listening. Alright. Say holla. Holla. Zazu, my first lesser male technically. Zazu. He is the first ball python that was given to me by a friend of mine. This is him chowing down. I love the way his contrast is. He has very little spots on the alien heads, except for maybe towards the midsection. But he's really